Hello, my name is Trev and I'm the self-professed expert on all things geek. They call me the Geekologist. If you want a straight up, straight down take on all things pertaining to the geek in our audio world, congratulations, you have come to the right place. You have conquered the World Wide Web. You have found me. Today I've been given the opportunity of a sneak preview of the Tech-HiFiMan Svanar wireless. Loyal followers will note my previous review of the Tech-HiFiMan Svanar wired. That was a £2,000 flagship earphone I reviewed a month or so ago. Tech-HiFiMan must have realised this is not a point at which they can introduce their latest TWS model. Instead, they have gone for a £479 version of their wired flagship model. Yes, this will be a rather eye-watering recommended retail price of £479. Can this attract the more discerning audiophile with the rather fatter wallet than most? Let us have a look and see. But first of all, let me tell you about TWS. TWS stands for Truly Wireless. So the less is the S of TWS, which doesn't make sense, but there you go. It's right because you got it from me and I am the Geekologist, so I know these things. TWS is simply no cable between the two earbuds and a charging box within which to charge them. A Bluetooth earphone has a cable between the two, or a strap over your head. There, the science is over, at least for now. The Svanar wireless will be retailing at £479 and has a claimed performance within the range of the Svanar flagship. I'm going to save my assessment of said claim until later, as we have to paint a picture of what's going on beneath the box. I have plenty of chance to look at my review of the Svanar wired, so I'm not going to go through that in any great length now. Suffice it to say that as a flagship earphone, it didn't quite perform at the level of their £2,000 full-size headphones, but for an intimate musical experience, boy, it delivered, and it delivered in spades. Given my reaction to the Svanar wired, it's not surprising that I'd be one of the first to get hold of one of these. Dare I say, the budget version of the Big Brother. First of all, let us deal with the elephant in the room. Yes, it is a £479 TWS. There is no TWS that I know of that comes anywhere near that price level. So this is probably the most expensive TWS available on the market at the moment. So what does it offer for the money? Tech-HiFiMan have incorporated the Himalaya DAC chip, which is an R2R DAC chip, into their flagship TWS model. R2R is a technology that's been around since CD players were first built. They're much sought after. Their sound is said to be the purest of all digital sounds, and they have been incorporated into the likes of DCS flagship DACs and also Lampesator DACs. And as you know, if you follow this channel, that I'm the owner of the Lampesator 4, which is an R2R DAC. In fact, 2 Himalaya DAC chips have been put into the EF1000 DAC that Tech-HiFiMan make, and that retails at just under £13,000, ladies and gentlemen. To keep the no compromise audiophile happy, Tech-HiFiMan have incorporated an LDAC codec, this time for the first time, into their TWS range. Once you place this into hi-fi mode, you will get a stable play of the LDAC codec. What is the LDAC codec? Well, this is why I'm here. The LDAC codec is a lossless Bluetooth codec, which will incorporate similar bit rates to CDs, i.e. 44,100 Hz per second refresh rates, as opposed to the SBC codec, which is a lossy codec. The LDAC codec and above is the de facto standard for all high-end TWSs these days. The TWS offers 3 modes. Mode 1 is the auto noise cancelling or ANC mode. Mode 2 is the transparency mode, and mode 3 is the hi-fi mode. The hi-fi mode is the only one that will play LDAC stable. So that's the mode that we certainly need to be concentrating We are geekologists, we are serious about sound, so we'll be playing this in hi-fi mode, won't we? The modes are changed by a series of taps or gestures on the left hand shell of your wireless earbud. You tap it once and it will change from ANC to transparency, and a second tap will then get it into hi-fi mode. You can make and receive calls, and you can do voice assistant using this, pretty much the same as any other TWS out there. We've gone through the techie stuff, and in terms of tech alone, I don't think this can quite live with the sophistication of the Samsung, Sennheiser and Apple stuff out there. So if you're looking for that level of tech sophistication with apps and lots of mics listening out for sounds, then probably you'd be better off going down that route and saving yourself a bit of money. I don't think Hi-Fi-Man are staking their reputation on beating the likes of Apple on tech alone. I think what they're going for here is sound quality. So will this satisfy an audiophile? Don't worry, I'm almost there. I'm just about to get involved with the sound quality, but before I do that, if you don't get a decent fit, if this isn't wearable, if it doesn't have wearability, then it's a game changer, I'm afraid, and it's back on the shelf for you, Svanar Wireless. Wearability incorporates three things. One is cosmetic looks. Does it look nice? Two is comfort. Is this comfortable being worn for long periods of time, or does it pinch inside the earlobe and the ear canal entrance? And three is fit. Is it going to stay locked in place, or is it going to fall out, and are you going to lose it? Believe you me, I have had several earbuds, including the Galaxy Buds 2, where they fell out of my ear. And when you're looking for an earbud in the pitch black, in the driving rain, when you've been running 4 miles, it's not much fun, let me tell you. We do not want this to be happening to the Svanar Wireless now, do we? So here's a look at the earbuds themselves. I'll give you a look at the box. See that nice honeycombed shape there? And in terms of fit, they're a really good fit. They're perfectly comfortable. The material inside feels like it's nice and grippy, but very soft, but very strong. So unlike the TWS 600 and 800, which had some problems for me with the fit, these have ticked all of the wearability boxes. So these sit right in the middle of the IPX rating. IPX is a water resistance rating, one of which is sweat resistant. These are IPX 5, and 5 will withstand a shower or a jet of water for a small period of time. Are these close to the Svanar wired? How do these compare to the TWS that I've tried over the years? Well, the TWS I compared these against are the Galaxy Buds Pro, the Sennheiser Momentum, and the TWS 600 and 800 from Hi-Fi-Man. And really, there is no comparison between those TWS and this. The Svanar Wireless has a rich full sound with a visceral sub-bass, plenty of clarity, so you can hear your voices singing away and you can follow the lyrics. You also have the added advantage of, yes, you do get micro details. Despite all that sub-bass, there is enough space in between the instrumentation to be able to pick up a decent wide sound stage with a decent amount of micro details being present. In comparison, the 4 that we spoke about before sound either shrill, compressed, or bland and lifeless in comparison. The genres that might not be suitable for these are the types that have that synthetic bass line in them. The type I'm talking about is sort of drum and bass or hip hop. It might be too much for you hip hop fans out there. However, if you find your hip hop sounding a bit too dry, then this rich sound may well appeal to you. How close do they come to the Svanar wired? Well, close enough to make my eyebrow raise. Yes, they were good. And remember, they're less than a quarter of the price, and they have the convenience of wireless technology. The Hi-Fi-Man Svanar wireless is expensive. It's £479. Remember, it's based on a Flagship earphone that's £2,000. Is it worth it? Well, if you love music on the move and aren't prepared to compromise with sound quality and have a fairly big pocket with a fairly fat wallet in it, then this might be for you. In terms of the TWS sound, this is now beginning to show that yes, you can achieve wired sound quality with wireless devices, even on an earbud. You have been watching the Geekology channel. This is Trev. I am the Geekologist, and until the next time, take care, peace be with you, and goodbye.